Hello, welcome. This is my new League of Legends champion. I'm not sure what to name him yet, but he is a dinosaur with spikes on his back. He has a tail with spikes on the end. He's got 2 back legs and 2 arms that are in the front. His Q ability, that's not it. His Q ability is a leap, and it looks like that. What happens is he takes his front arms and they go here, and then the rest of his body follows. It looks something like this. The way it works is you press Q and he puts his arms out. These are his front arms. And then what happens next is that it has a 1.5 second cooldown, and it is reduced by ability haste and move speed. Oh yeah, he has ears too. That's the wrong color. That's the wrong spot. There's his ears. He also meows. Anyway, this is his W ability. That's the wrong button. This is his W ability, and what happens when you press W is he heals to full health by eating one of these things. That's what happens. He heals from no matter what health he has, he heals to full, and it's on a 5 second cooldown, reduced by ability haste and attack speed. It looks like this. So you press W, this goes away, he gets one of these, he grabs this thing with his arms, and he goes, his E, has an execute. That's an E. His E has an execute, and what happens is he takes his tail, he makes it explode into a million pieces, and it executes all enemies below the threshold. And what is that threshold? Well, that's where his passive comes in hand. And what's his passive? An infinitely stacking stat. It adds attack damage and ability power at every 10. So at every 10 it adds AD and AP. How much does it add? It adds 5 of both. Every 15 stacks, he gains 1 movement speed, 1% movement speed. That's an M. He gains 1% movement speed. What about every 20 stacks? He gains 3% bonus health, because he's very squishy. What about at 5 stacks? Well, at 5 stacks, he increases his threshold to execute by 1. How do you get one of these stacks? Well, you kill a minion. And what is the base threshold for his execute, you may ask? Remember, his execute increases at, well, his execute increases by 1% for every 5, so his base execute starts at 10% HP. This ability is on a 30-second cooldown, but it's decreased by every 30 stacks. That's the only way to decrease the ability cooldown, and it decreases it by 1 second. This is his ultimate ability. And what does it do? He breaks in half, and the back part of his body, it's like a Yone-E, except when he returns, also it's not a 5-second max, it's a 20-second max. Also, you can recast it to cancel it early. But you do this stuff, right? And what happens is he gains plus 10% AD, plus 10% AP, plus 20 armor, and plus 20 MR, or magic resist, whatever. And then as he hits them, it's the same mechanic as a Yone-E. It will repeat 100% of the damage, as opposed to whatever Yone's is. I think it's like 25, 50%, whatever. It repeats 100% of the damage dealt, and then he goes back to where the back half of his body is. But what's different is when he goes back, he also explodes, killing himself instantly. But what happens when that explosion happens? He also does 300% max HP damage over 10 seconds. Because it catches them on fire, because that's how much he exploded. And it does affect allies, so yeah. And that's my champion. I decided I want to name him Pat Fusty. It's Pat Fusty from Broken Teen Dreams 6. Riot, please add Pat Fusty. Thank you.